Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, human dynamics, everything in between. This is going to be a revisit of an older video I did, which still makes as much sense to me and still comes to mind when I go through this experience from time to time. It's a revisit of a video I did, which was at the time entitled Take a Photo, Take a Snapshot. And let me re-elaborate for people who haven't seen that or haven't seen that in some time. This is a body language video. How to read people and how to know how people truly think about you, your ideas and certain scenarios. Imagine if you were looking at somebody and you took a photo of them in that particular second, that particular moment. What would that moment represent? What would they look like? And what would they look like to the people you showed that photo? Now let me clarify. When you are speaking with somebody and you see a momentary flash of... a bit sassy that, wasn't it? A momentary flash, a micro expression of a specific emotion that doesn't align with the person they're putting on, the way they should feel, the way you would assume they would react. When you see disgust flash upon a person's face, once you see shock flash across a person's face, when you see a sneer or a smile or a behaviour that doesn't fall within the boundaries of right for that particular moment. What if you took a photo of them at that exact moment and showed the world to tell you what they felt of that person's expression? We don't get taught how to read body language because it's ever so powerful, because we can see the reality and the truth within how people feel. Because when we experience an emotion or a momentary feeling in relation to an idea or a observation we pay in this communication, our body, our primitive mind, sends a signal to our body to send a message that reflects how we feel. It was our earliest forms of communication prior to us being able to verbally speak, and it's still within us. It's more honest, the expression we see come across a person's face and body, than anything they could verbally speak of. So when you see a clutch of the fist, perhaps, when you see a middle finger pointing, oh, just click that and click that and click that. Do you see where I'm coming from? Or just sign there. If you took a photo of them at that particular time and showed a stranger that photo and asked them what they thought, having been detached from the situation and conversation at hand and being detached from your ego, which is telling you not to pay attention to it, they would tell you the truth and they would say, that person looks angry, that person looks frustrated, that person looks like they detest you, that person looks like they are disgusted by you, that person looks like they are laughing at you when you go to them with a need of help. But when we see this flash across in real time, generally, I would say 99% of people don't allow it to make sense. Not out of misunderstanding, but just out of want of not wanting to feel like that person feels that way towards them. When you see a particular behaviour, the moment, the flash, the more brief it is, the more they've quickly repressed that and quickly sucked that back into themselves out of not wanting to expose it to the world, okay? Self-control kicks in, although it can not allow that signal to go out there. That's the primitive system working from our evolutionary ancestors. If we needed to communicate to our people and we couldn't verbally speak, we would express ourselves naturally. You look at how animals communicate, and it's all based upon impulse. We have that within us, right? Now, whether we develop the conscious mind via evolution or through some extraterrestrial means, I guess that's a story for another time. But along the way, we learnt to speak and we learnt to BS people and not tell the truth. Some of it purely down for the sake of not wanting to hurt feelings. So respectfully, it's not a means of this person trying to consistently deceive you, but more so just the social lubrication we're told to apply to our conversations and our reactions and so forth. So when you see something flash across a person's face in relation to you saying, I've got good news, or so-and-so's coming to the party, or I had a date the other day, or what do you think about this, or how do you feel about that person? And you get a response from the body prior to the actual verbal disassociative response. A verbal response that isn't congruent with the physical response. That only highlights and reinforces the legitimacy of that momentary glance into that person's reality that has manifested itself through their body. If you were to take a photo of them at that particular moment in time and looked at that photo and held on to that, you would see exactly what it is. You can see a demon from time to time leave the body of the person you're speaking with. And that's some brief game, but it is game. That's some good stuff. That's good information. I want you to pay attention to that. And not only that, let's not be naive. We ourselves will engage in this manner as well from time to time. When somebody enters our space who we don't necessarily get along with, but we can't go along just hating on everyone, can we, and pushing people away. So if we have to engage with them just due to what we have to do, when they initially show up on our radar, our bodies may react in a particular means as to which is quite distasteful in relation to that person. But when we know that we can't prevent ourselves acting in such manner, that only really concentrates on the legitimacy of how important this non-verbal game is. It is legitimate because we are in the same world as everybody else and we react in the same manner. Click like and subscribe because I upload every single day, and I got 2 links in the description of the video. One will take you through to my catalogue of body language, over 220 videos of how to read people through their subconscious behaviour, and second to that is the Patreon, where you'll watch real life first dates with me. I'll show you the attraction body language, I'll show you the repulsion body language. You'll go out into the real world wherever you are on this planet, and you'll see it manifest around you because it's hardwired within all of us. And you'll be able to manoeuvre your way through the dating market with ease. I'm signing out. Peace.